When Tom's marriage ended, the split was civil. The finances weren't. 2 kids, 1 house, 2 adults starting again. He moved into a 2-bedroom rental closer to his kids' school. On paper, it worked. In reality, the numbers were tight. Child support, rent, fuel, groceries. Every unexpected school expense felt like a small heart attack. He saw friends trying short-stay hacks, Airbnbs, crash on my couch for a weekend, renting extra units to flip online. It looked like a younger person's game. Tom didn't want 2 a.m. messages. He didn't want random people in his home when his kids were there. But he did have something valuable: a stable job, a calm dad energy presence.
A willingness to do things properly if someone showed him how. He heard about Hometraj from a podcast. They were talking about turning ordinary rentals into structured flat-share homes, getting owner permission, aiming for $400 to $700 per week surplus per Hometraj unit, without any short stay, no Airbnb, no nightly guests. He downloaded the app, watched the content quietly at night, after the kids went to bed. Season 1 didn't promise the moon. It offered something better: a repeatable process for turning spare rooms into calm income streams. And for people who wanted to, scaling to multiple units in a way owners, agents, and strata could live with. He started with his own place. He approached his landlord. "My situation changed. I'm a single dad now. I'd like to stay in this home, but I want to bring in 1 or 2 carefully vetted flatmates so I can afford it and keep my kids nearby. I'm not doing Airbnb, no short stay. This app I'm using, Hometraj, is built around running stable share homes, not hotels. You get the same rent on time. I handle the house dynamic." The landlord agreed. Using Hometraj's scripts and filters, Tom set a higher standard than just anyone from Marketplace, made sure his kids' safety and comfort came first, fully disclosed he was a dad and how often the kids were there. He ended up with 1 full-time housemate in the spare room, 1 part-time occupant who worked FIFO and needed a base. Suddenly, his net rent cost personally dropped dramatically.
Then he did something most people in his situation wouldn't dare. He added a second unit, not to live in, to run. He found a 3-bedroom place in a good school catchment, the sort of area where share houses were common but often chaotic. He approached the owner via the agent with the same pattern. "I'm not doing short stay. This is long-term, structured flat share. Think of me as a micromanager of your property. My income comes from the extra room rents. Your income is stable, and we keep the house in good shape because it's my business." The owner had dealt with group tenancies before and hated them, but a single, responsible head tenant with an app-driven system behind him, that was different. Within a year, Tom had his own home, offset heavily by 2 housemates, 1 extra Homaged unit with 3 well-screened residents, weekly surplus from that second property in the $450 to $650 range, depending on minor expenses, enough to soften school fees, surprise bills, and a holiday with his kids once a year. He wasn't rich, he wasn't retired, he wasn't financially free, but he was something better for where he was in life: present, in control, running a small multi-unit business that didn't depend on strangers coming for 2 nights and leaving a bad review. The divorce had taken his old picture of the future. Homaged gave him a new one, with his kids still close and his rent no longer a threat hanging over every decision.